Hello, it's Fabienne from volthart.com. So you want to do a TED Talk, or you want to do an event, or you want to write a book, or you want to do an evening introduction, or you want to create a program, or whatever it is that you want to create. I want to make sure that whatever you're creating a tale for it. And you might wonder, Fabienne, what are you talking about? A tale? I'm gonna answer that with an example. A few years ago, I wrote a book called Embrace Your Magnificence, Get Out of Your Own Way and Live a Richer, Fuller, More Abundant Life. And it's a personal development book with some spiritual development in it. And it was eventually, I self-published it, and it was eventually picked up actually the next day by Hay House, the publishing company. And when I met the president of Hay House, he said to me, Fabienne, why you have a company that teaches people how to get more clients, make more money, really scale their business? Why are you writing a personal development book? And at the time, I didn't really know what to answer except to say, because I want to. Like, it's my calling. I have to do this. And he's like, all right, whatever. And I went ahead and did it. And it's a fantastic book. It's changing people's lives. But there's in no way have I monetized that book in the sense that, yes, it's changed people's lives, but it doesn't have a tail. And what I mean by that is I didn't set it up so that it can be monetized. And not every book and not every effort has to be monetized because it was just genuinely goodwill. Like, I've learned a few things in my life, went from the lowest depths of low self-esteem to where I am today and having a really lovely life. And so I wanted to share this with others. And I'll give you another example. When I did my TED Talk, I don't know if you've seen it. You can go to YouTube and type in Fabienne Fredrickson TED Talk, and you can watch it. And you'll see there that there's no tail either. This was about how to activate your potential for greatness. But my audience wasn't business owners. And at the time, I didn't have Bold Heart Self, Bold Heart Life, and the upcoming Bold Heart Woman. None of that was even a plan yet. And so I wasn't able to build my list with that. I didn't use it to build my list. I didn't use it to sell a program, to build, anything. And what I've learned since is that everything, and I knew this intellectually, but I didn't apply it in this case. What I've learned since is that just about everything that you do should have a tail. And the tail means, where somebody can take a deeper dive with you, or there's an action or a response that they will take, or a way for you to monetize it. So people, in Bold Heart Business always ask, or they say, oh, I'm going to create, this thing, this like free thing. And I say, okay, but what's the strategy? What are you selling thereafter? What are you inviting people to? I recommend that you don't create something, especially a book. It would take, for me, it took 3 years. So, if you're going to do a talk, if you're going to speak on stage, even if they say you can't sell anything, what is what we call at Bold Heart the MWR, the most wanted response, or the MWA? What's the most wanted action? Everything that you do must be strategic. So, for example, I am finishing within the next 2 to 3 months my book called The Leverage Mindset, how overwhelmed six-figure business owners reach 7 figures and gain their life back. And that is a strategic book. I'm being really transparent about that. My intention is that when reading that book, the right people, even halfway through, will be like, oh my God, I have to join the Bold Heart Business Leverage track. And not everybody will, of course. But the intention is there. I will give so much content in that book that the right person says, I want that. I want to be with these people. I like their concepts. I want to have a conversation. Sign me up. Those are just some examples. In the way that reading Embrace Your Magnificence, there was no place for them to go, right? Because I didn't have a program like Bold Heart Self at the time. So this is a roundabout way of me asking you, what is what are you selling? How will you monetize? How will you build your list? What is the strategy around what you're creating? And reverse engineering that strategy so that when you do work on that book, or you do work on that program, or maybe it's that talk or that TED Talk, or maybe it's your free offer or lead magnet, what is the tail? So that's my inspiration for today. This is how you make twice as much working half the time, is by really thinking about the strategy behind everything that you do. That's my inspiration for you today, and I'm sending you so much love as always. Talk to you next time. Bye.